people want a talk show host to be able to tell them they know what's going on. And I'm pretty good at figuring out generally what's going to happen with a piece of legislation or something like that. I don't know what's going on with the missing nukes. I know that this was a high-level source told me this. All hell broke loose once it happened. Lindsey Graham said that his state will be nuked, and all this stuff a day after we said it. All these top generals, the head nuke general, the second command, they're all being removed. Flimsy, the media saying it's suspicious. They're not supposed to say they've even been fired. The Marines are firing all these top people. There's a major shakeup going on. And you've got EBT cards nationwide going down over the weekend and people freaking out over that. You've got the Republicans capitulating to Obama and saying, we'll give you whatever you want. Fine. You can have the debt increases. You can have the total Obamacare. It's all yours. You own it. And Obama says, no, that might endanger our credit. That's the quote. I have the article right here in the Associated Press. If you don't just give me unlimited, just sign a blank check, a permanent debt increase, basically. And they're like, well, we can't do that. That's another piece of legislation. It doesn't matter. My constituents have IQs below, very low below room temperature. You will give me what I want, or I'm going to blame the EBT cards not working on you. And basically, Boehner has now completely prostrated himself before the dear leader. And this is the Cloward and Piven plan, which I use Cloward and Piven because it's well known. Socialist kleptocrats always try to implode an economy, an existing system, to destroy the old system to build the new. And in the crisis, they pose as saviors. And Obama is confident that his illegal aliens that are allowed to protest and demonstrate at all the war memorials as veterans are kept out, they're going to vote to take the guns. They're going to vote for socialism. They're going to vote for their free welfare. So are all the other welfare people. And then you've got all the other folks that are on disability for other reasons, and I'm not judging them. The system shut down the factory, shut down the wealth to make you dependent. Now you're dependent, and it doesn't matter if you're going into a meat grinder. You've got to submit to him. You've got to submit to socialism. And so MSNBC announces your kids don't belong to you. They belong to the state in official TV ads. They announce, we're going to give you forced inoculations. They announce, we're going to force feed you GMOs. They announce, we're going to fund al-Qaeda. No humiliation is enough for the American people. This is the destruction of the republic. And now you know why Obama 5 years ago came out and said the #1 enemy is returning veterans and gun owners and libertarians and constitutionalists and in the fetters and Ron Paul supporters and patriots and Aaron Russo and Alex Jones and anybody else that even, if you like a 57 Chevy, if you like Marilyn Monroe, you're on a terror list. And I'm not even joking. Okay? I mean, if you've got a heartbeat, if you don't like thugs, if you don't like criminals, if you don't like gangster government, if you don't like corruption, they've got your number. If you've got a heartbeat and are red-blooded and won't bend over to total tyranny and death camps and mass arrest and collectivization like Ukraine and Poland went under during the Red Terror, you are going to be targeted, period. Doesn't matter if you've gone along with it. They know you've got a subscription to classic cars. That's enough to go to a death camp. You think I'm joking? I'm not kidding. These people want mindless jellyfish with handlebar mustaches and unmatching socks that don't know who they are. That's the future man. That's who inherits the earth. We sent our reporters out last week to Austin, Texas. 14 out of 20 Austinites on video signed a petition to make everyone wear helmets to walk down the street for Obama. They've banned dodgeball. They've banned tag. They've banned running. Now they've banned footballs and all their balls from recess. They've banned everything because they want you as total emasculated, castrated prisoners. Well, that's death anyways. And they know you're going to keep going to work. They know you're going to work 4 jobs if 3 isn't enough to pay money so that big mega bankers can have hundreds of billions of dollars of control, trillions in leverage, tens of billions in their own bank accounts. They know you're going to keep working no matter what they do. They know you'll work hard to pay their paycheck and grovel to them. They know no matter what they do, you're going to be good slaves. The petition we gave Austinites said chumps, chumps for wearing helmets walking down the street. Compelled helmet use for misfortunate public. And it says chump asked the city of Austin to make it the law to make you wear a helmet and to give you giant fines. And it breaks it. And they all said, they said in pure English, most of them spoke perfect English, like all of them did. They said, yes, I think we should make the public wear it. These are UT graduate students, many of them. University of Texas, they are ready. No matter what the government says, they are ready to follow orders. They love it because they feel powerful through the system. We've sent our reporters out. We've had other contributors go out like Mark Dice, and we say we're going to put gun owners in camps. Every one of them signs. We're going to arrest anyone that supports the Bill of Rights. Yes. We are going to abort babies up to age 3. Every person signs and says, I want to murder babies. I mean, these people are just authoritative. They're like groveling, pathetic, on their back little weasels who just grovel in their weakness to any form of tyranny. It's like moths to flame. The worse it is, the more they're for it. The more degenerate, the more they're for it. The more absolutely mindless, the more they're for it. Because it's winning to them. They associate, just like some sports team fan goes and pays money and sits in the stand and feels like they're winners because guys are down on a field doing simulated combat. They don't care the real world's going on around them. They don't care that business is real war. They don't care the globalists are waging real economic war on them. They don't care because perception is reality for them, and they feel like they're in control, and they love it. They don't care if there's missing nuclear weapons. They don't care if there's cancer viruses in the vaccines on record. They don't care if the cancer rate's up 3,000% in the last 50 years. They don't care if neurological disorders are off the chart. They don't care if it's been declassified. They put fluoride in the water to brain damage people. They don't care. They're brain damaged. They like it. They want it. They're going to own it. They want it. They have no respect for themselves. And the sooner you realize, folks, they're not to be talked to, they're not to be nice to, you try to warn them, they laugh at you, move on. They don't count. They're dead already. We need the men and women, black, white, Hispanic, old, young, north, south, east, west. I don't care who you are, Jewish, Muslim, agnostic, Christian, atheist, Easter Bunny worshipers. It doesn't matter to me. If you don't want to be a total slave, and if you don't want to be conned and raped, and if you want reality, then you better wake up and research our claims and find out they're true. If you don't want to be a total chump idiot, then wake up to the New World Order, transhumanist, eugenics, global singularity, control grid takeover. Many anthropologists and archaeologists believe that before man even discovered the power to harness and use fire, we were involved in agrarian activities. That is, taking the seeds of plants and then replanting them to produce more. The very foundation of our modern civilization and human culture is centered around the planting and cultivation of edible plants.
Here are some of the amazing deals at InfoWars Seed Center at InfoWarsShop.com.
The Survival Seed Vault by My Patriot Supply features only the finest survival heirloom seeds for a robust and hardy garden, even in the toughest times. We also have starter varieties of the deluxe seed packages for fruit, salad, salsa, peppers, medical herbs, and more.
Go to the InfoWars Seed Center at InfoWarsShop.com.
And remember, the revolution against tyranny is growing. Many anthropologists